everybody. Welcome back to Feasting with Friends and Family. My special guest tonight, my youngest daughter, Jordan. Hi, baby.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. So what are we doing tonight?
Making fried chicken.
What else are we going with it?
Corn and mashed potatoes.
Corn and mashed potatoes. So I think if you could eat chicken every day of your life, you probably would.
I could.
Yeah.
Probably.
Any kind of chicken.
Every day.
But I don't think you have a problem with my fried chicken, right?
No.
Okay.
What? No.
Better than anything you can get in the store,
Yeah.
I think. Alright, so we're going to start on our potatoes. They've already been washed and cleaned. So we're going to get these going. And when you're cutting them, you want to try to make them as uniform as possible. But if you don't, it's not a big deal. Okay. So we're going to get these cut up and put in our pot. Alright, so we're losing a couple, but that's okay. And we're just going to do 2. These are just russet potatoes. So, I mean, you can do mashed potatoes with anything. I like these, so. But I like russets for pretty much everything I do, so. So you make mashed potatoes, right?
Can I make them?
Yeah. Yeah. So, where'd you learn to make mashed potatoes at?
From you.
Yes. That's alright. So, I have to ask, how are my grandbabies doing?
They're doing good.
Good deal. And I think, and for the chicken, what I picked, I'm just going to do like I always do, just drumsticks. Just makes it easier. Plus, I mean, it's easy for the kids too, because they can walk around with it. You know. Now, do you want to do regular mashed potatoes, or you want to do garlic mashed potatoes?
Garlic.
Garlic? Alright. So, alright. We're going to take 4 cloves, and we're just going to smash them up and put them in there.
I already had them ready. You know me so well.
Hey, be prepared. Alright. And, I mean, if you wanted to, you could put, you know, you could cut them up or get the minced already done, put in there. I'm just going to put them in whole. And they're going to cook with the potatoes, so. Mash this up a little better.
Do you always put them in whole?
When I do them in there, yeah. So, now if I don't put garlic in it, because when you put the water in, you want to make sure you like salt the water. So if I'm not putting whole garlic in there, I'll just use garlic salt instead of regular salt. So, alright. Let's get this out the way. Alright, so what you want to do is just put enough water, cold water, to cover them. And the reason why you're using cold water is so they cook evenly. Alright, there we go. And a little salt in there. Cool. And just throw it on high and let it cook. You want to cook it till it's like fork tender, so it's not no pushback when you put it on the fork. Alright, so we're going to get our corn on the cob done. So,
My favorite.
yeah. I already got the oven on, so the oven's on at 450. We're going to cook them in the oven today instead of boiling them. So, all we're going to do is just put a little butter on them. Because when they're cooking, the butter will help them cook. So, and then what we're going to do is wrap them up. And that'll be good to go. You don't even need to put, I mean, you could put salt and pepper on it. You don't have to. Because you can just put them on at the end. Because I'd rather do it that way. Because some people like more salt or more pepper. So
if you put it on the salt and pepper before you put it in the oven,
will it
like...
it's not going to make any difference.
No?
I just do it this way because, you know, some people like more salt, more pepper. than anybody, so just put it on at the end. And these are going to go in the oven 450 for about 20-25 minutes. So, and like for the girls or even other little kids, you can cut them in half because it make it, you know, a little bit easier for them. Because most little kids aren't going to eat a whole ear of corn.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you and me are probably the exception, and your brother and sister, because we always, when we were little, we would eat the whole ones.
Yeah.
So. And who don't like corn, man? I mean, come on now. Alright. So these are all wrapped up. And just put them on cookie sheet. Throw them in. Alright. So we got those going. We'll just set it for 20. And by the time those are done, the potatoes should be done. Alright, so we're going to get set up for the chicken, and we'll be right back. Okay, so corn's almost done, potatoes are almost done. Let's start on the chicken. So we're going to do two different kinds tonight. I'm going to show you the regular, and I got a surprise for you, but I'm not going to tell you what it is right now. Okay. So I got fryer going, 375. So chicken legs are going to cook about 13 minutes per batch. So basically what we got for the seasoning is 3 cups just regular flour. And to it we're going to add teaspoon, this is all a teaspoon, salt, pepper, thyme, oregano, garlic powder, poultry seasoning, and because I like a kick and everything, we're doing cayenne. Of course. Alright. And then for our wet, we're just going to use, we just got 2 cups of milk and 2 eggs. And probably about 6 or 7 dashes of hot sauce. Now the hot sauce is not going to add really any heat to it, it's just more for flavor. So, and you can use any hot sauce you like. So, yeah, what I'm going to do is we're going to go dry. Wet, dry. So now you could use regular milk or you could use buttermilk. One thing you can do with the buttermilk, you can let the chicken sit in it overnight, let it soak up, and then at that point you would just go from wet to dry to grease. But I like doing it this way because it adds a little extra layer of crunch. Because I like crunchy fried chicken, so I don't like that stuff that ain't got no crunch to it. Alright, so basically we're going to let these sit in there for just a second, and then we'll go back to our flour. So I'm going to wash my hand real quick. Now one of the things when you're working with chicken, you don't want to touch anything else. So if you touch chicken, you don't want to touch like another bowl because, you know, you get salmonella and all that. And food poison is not any fun. So, alright. So let's just get these out. And we're going to go right back. Because we're not going to use this flour for anything else. So once we get done with it, we can dump it. In fact, we're going to dump it when this is done, and then you don't have to worry about using it anymore. Alright, so the only thing we're going to add to, well, I do have something I'm going to add to it for this next batch, but I can't tell you what that is yet.
That's my surprise?
That's your surprise. So, alright. And once we get these done, then potatoes should be done. Corn's almost done. We can pull them out. Alright, so we got our chicken ready. So all we got to do is put it in the fryer. Now you can use, I just use regular canola oil, you know. No, nothing peanut oil or nothing special like
But
that.
you could use like vegetable oil or.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what I do. So, all right. So, depending on how big these are, I don't think we're going to be able to fit all 4 of them in. So we're just going to do 2 at a time. Alright, drop those in. Alright, and then we're going to set our timer.
How long do you do it for?
13 minutes, exactly.
You have to like lift them over.
No? Because there's enough grease in there that covers all of it. You know? You want to, or if you have like a cast iron skillet, of course I have one of them, you can cook them in there. I just like the fryer, it's way easier. So. Alright, so while those are going, let's check our potatoes, which those are good and ready. Alright, so we're going to turn off the heat, drain this water off. Alright. Alright, so these are all good to go. And since the pan's still hot, it's going to cook off any excess water.
So you just have to mash them?
Yeah, at this point we're just going to mash them. Now, this masher, this was my grandma's masher.
Oh.
So this thing has made a lot of potatoes. Not just for me and y'all, but prior to that. Okay, so we're just going to mash them up. Now, some people would actually have potato masher. So it's a little device you put them in and you mash them like that. It changes the texture of it. I don't like them that way, so I've never really done it that way. But I did learn a trick from your Aunt Kay years ago on how to make them a little bit more smooth. Alright. Get that off as much as you can. Now when I cut mine, I do mine, you can peel them if you want. I do them skin on. So, alright. So, what we're going to do is, we're just going to use the rest of this stick of butter.
The whole thing?
The whole thing. So, but I'm not going to put it all at once. I'm going to cut it up a little bit.
Now, did you put like salt and pepper inside of the potatoes?
We will, yeah.
After?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, alright. So the trick we're going to use to keep them a little bit, so they don't bunch up, is a hand mixer. So, and one thing you want to add to this is you want to try to get a little milk in there too. So it's pretty much just milk and butter.
How much milk are you going to add?
It just depends on how many potatoes and stuff like that. So
For 2, how many?
for 2, it'll probably end up being maybe a half cup. I just kind of free do it. I've been doing it so long, you know. So, alright. Alright, so we got power for that. Alright, let's go. So once you get them mixed up pretty good, where there's not a lot of lumps in it, then you can start on your seasoning, and after that you can just go by hand. Alright. Those look good. Just out of the way. Trying to not lose any potatoes. Or as the babies say, playing the drums. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to season it with a little salt and pepper. And that's pretty much all I put in there. Alright. So all we got gotta do is mix it by hand, if I can even grab a spoon. And I don't think we need to add any more butter or milk. These are pretty consistent. So
they look good.
We're gonna find out, see how good I am. Alright, let's give it a taste. Perfect. Cool. Alright, so those are done. You don't even have to, I mean, you can keep them on low depending on when you're going to serve them. But we're going to be eating here pretty soon, so we can leave them off like that. Excuse me. Alright, so let's get this corn pulled out. Oh. And you can just give it a squeeze. Oh yeah, it's got some give to it, so it's definitely ready. Alright, so we're going to finish up our regular chicken. Then we're going to start on the next batch along with your surprise ingredient. We'll be right back. Alright, so we're going to finish with getting this regular chicken out, and then it's done. And then we can work on the second batch, which are a surprise. So, alright, so, you know, your grandma, one of her favorite things to cook and make was fried chicken.
Really?
Yeah, so even when me and your mom were dating, even before we got married, fried chicken, I love your grandma's fried chicken. And one day we were over there and she said, will you come over one day? I'll teach you how to make it. I'm like, okay. Well, over the years, I just kind of did it on my own, learned how to do it. So I guess it was about 4 or 5 years ago for your birthday when we did all the fried chicken. So your grandma was down there. I don't think you were in the room for this. So we're sitting in the room. It was you, your mom, your grandma, your Aunt Mandy, and we're sitting there. And your Aunt Mandy started telling that story about that. So your grandma was like, "Okay, well, let me finally see how good yours is." I'm like, okay. So I was really nervous. I'm like, because your grandma's fried chicken is like,
yeah,
you know, off the chain. Yes. So she tried it. She started eating it. She goes, "This is really good." So without losing the beat, I looked over. I said, "You know what? You come down here. I'll teach you how to make it anytime." So, are you ready for your surprise?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So, what is your favorite now? What is your favorite snack in the whole world?
Chips.
What kind of chips?
Hot chips. Oh! You're gonna put them on the chicken?
Yes, we're going to do a little hot chip fried chicken. How's that?
I'm speechless.
Alright, so now I'm going to be honest with you. I have never made these before. Okay?
You just crush them up in there?
Yeah, I just pretty much just put them in a blender and crush them up. And it's the whole bag, so we're going to incorporate it in here.
Oh, dang it, just for me.
Just for you, darling. Just for you. So I think that is going to work out really well. Alright, cool deal. Alright. And then after we get these done, then the fun part begins. We can eat.
My favorite.
Your favorite part. Okay, so, and it's pretty much the same thing. We're going to do dry, wet, dry. Get these in there. This out the way. Alright. And I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of hot chips. You know, but here goes nothing. But I like spicy, so we got no problem with that. Okay. Alright, so get these where there's coating on them. I don't think I've ever had, well, outside of like a real hot, I've had a hot chicken before, so, but this is the first time I've ever made it. So,
You think it's gonna cook good?
yeah, it'll be fine. I mean, you can pretty much do anything as far as a crust for chicken. You can do chips, you can do
I've heard people
cereal,
do like rice recipes.
new Rice Krispies, or even cornflakes. Might need that. So, yeah, you can use pretty much anything. There's people that do like cornflake chicken. You can coat it in there and put it in the oven and bake it. I've done that. It's really good. So, alright. Let's get these back in here and we'll flop them in the fryer. And here in about 20 minutes they'll be good to go. We can eat, which is the best part. So, you think you can do these now on your own? You say you want all my recipes.
Oh, definitely. What? Definitely.
But, like I said, you know, you want to do your own thing, you know. You don't want to do it exactly the way I do it. You want to put your own twist on it. Make it your own. You know, that's the thing about recipes and cooking. Make it your own.
Well, I'm definitely stealing this one.
Well, I'm hoping a lot of people steal it, so. Alright, so we're going to get these put in here. And then when they get done, it'll be time to eat. Alright, so we'll let them finish cooking. We'll plate up and we'll get to eating.
Yay!
Good. Alright, so we're all plated up. Hot chip, fried chicken, regular chicken, mashed potatoes, corn. You ready to try?
Yes.
Dig in, I want to see what you think. Which one is that? You like the hot chip, the hot chips?
That's good.
Really good?
I like that.
Okay, well.
Okay.
I guess when they're not talking, it's good.
I like the hot one.
You like the hot one? Good deal. Not too spicy? Alright, everybody. Make sure you go out and like and share this page. Make sure you click the bell. Recipes will be at the bottom. And of course, if you want to be on the hot seat, leave me a comment what you want. We'll work it out. From my kitchen to yours, this has been Feasting with Friends and Family. Good night.